31. Luqman. Luqman the Wise. This chapter was revealed in the middle Makkan period. It bears the name of the legendary sage, the wise Luqman from southern Egypt. By narrating his polite and educational teachings, the Quran is promoting diversity of cultures, races, and languages. The central theme of the chapter is be thankful to God for His gifts. The chapter starts with a vivid description of the devout Muslim. He benefits from the teachings of the Quran, stays away from useless activities that distract from the worship of God. Sometimes the Blessed Messenger ﷺ would teach the Quran sitting around the Kaaba. A Meccan storyteller, Nadr ibn Harith, would also gather people around himself to distract people from the Messenger ﷺ. He would tell Persian stories, and to entertain his audience, he hired dancers. Verse 7 was revealed to condemn him. God's visible and hidden gifts that people enjoy are mentioned, and the question is asked, what have the idols created? Luqman the Wise teaches his son the correct beliefs about God, how to worship Him, how to behave justly with others, especially parents, and how to be humble. The final passage describes the natural world and several signs of God's creative power and contrasts it with human feebleness. In the name of God, the kind, the caring. Alif, Lam, Mim. These are the verses of a book full of wisdom, a guidance, beneficial for the righteous, who perform the prayer, pay zakat, and believe firmly in the hereafter. They follow their Lord's guidance and are the successful. Some people pay for false stories to be told to divert people from God's way, treating it as a joke. They will have a humiliating punishment. When our verses are recited to him, he arrogantly turns away as though he had not heard it, as though his ears were blocked. So cheer him up with news of a painful punishment. The believers who do righteous deeds will have gardens of delight, living in them forever. God's promise is true, and He is the Almighty, the Wise. God created the skies without any pillar that you can see, and has fixed mountains like pegs in the earth, so you don't feel its tremors, and spread all animals across it. And we sent rain from the sky, growing plants of every kind all over it. This is God's creation. Now show me what others beside Him have created. Nothing. The wrongdoers are clearly misguided. We gave Luqman wisdom. Be thankful to God. Whoever is thankful benefits himself, and whoever is unthankful harms himself. God is self-sufficient, praiseworthy. Remember when Luqman said to his son, as he advised him, my dear son, don't associate anything with God. Associating is a major sin. We commanded every human to care for his parents. His mother carried him in pain during pregnancy and breastfed him for nearly 2 years. So be thankful to me and your parents. Your destination is to me. However, if they force you to associate something with me of which you have no proof, then don't obey them. Despite this care for them in this life, follow the path of those who turn to me. Eventually, you will return to me, and I shall inform you of what you did. My dear son, everything, even as small as a mustard seed hidden inside a rock, or in the heavens or underground, God will bring out on Judgment Day. God is the infinitely subtle, the all-aware. My dear son, perform the prayer regularly, enjoin good, forbid evil, and be patient in times of hardship. These are the marks of determination. Don't look down on people or swagger about. God dislikes every rude boaster. Walk humbly and keep your voice down. The most disliked sound is the braying of the donkey. Haven't you considered how God made everything in the heavens and the earth serve your needs and bestowed his gifts on you, visible and hidden? Yet, there are people who argue about God without any knowledge, guidance, or book to enlighten them. When they are told, follow what God has revealed, they say, no, we follow what we found our forefathers doing. What? Even if it is Satan who is calling them to the torment of the fiery blaze? Whoever turns his face in submission and righteousness towards God has grasped an unshakable handhold. Thereafter, the outcome of events rests with God. The disbelievers' disbelief shouldn't grieve you. They will return to us and we'll tell them what they did. God knows well their innermost thoughts. We let them enjoy themselves a little, then force them into a severe punishment. If you ask them, who created the heavens and the earth? They will say, God. Say, praise be to God. Most don't have any knowledge. Whatever is in the heavens and the earth belongs to God. He is the self-sufficient, the praiseworthy. If all the trees on earth were pens, and the sea and 7 more seas beside were ink, the words of God would not end. God is almighty, wise. For him creating and resurrecting all of you is just like creating and resurrecting a single soul. God is hearing, seeing. Haven't you considered how God causes night to merge into day and day to merge into night, and how he has made the sun and the moon for your benefit, each coursing through the sky until their appointed time to set, and how God is fully aware of what you do, since God is the truth, while whatever disbelievers call beside him is false. God is the exalted, the great. Haven't you considered how ships sail across the sea by the grace of God to show you some of his signs? In that, there are signs for every patient and thankful person. Whenever a wave covers them like shadows, they call God, sincere in their devotion. But when he brings them safely to land, some of them hesitate to believe. Anyone who disputes our signs is disloyal, unthankful. People, be mindful of your Lord, and fear a day when a parent will not benefit his child, nor a child benefit his parent. God's promise is true. So make sure this worldly life doesn't deceive you, and make sure Satan, the arch deceiver, doesn't deceive you either. God alone has knowledge of the final hour. He sends rain and he knows what is in wombs. Nobody knows what he will earn tomorrow, and nobody knows where on earth he will die. But God is the knower, aware.